How can your health be at 0 when you have food? You got a whole bunch of wheat over there. I didn't ask you. I'm asking. Are you alright? Alright, I'll give you some corn. Hello, farmers, and welcome back to American Falls. First job of today is, well, I gotta get the cows. Well, the cows could take some corn. The pigs need some corn. They're out of corn. They still have wheat, but their health is at 0, which is not really good when you run the enhanced animal mod, because if it stays there for too long, well, they won't be there much longer. We'll go ahead and look at their stats here, which is not, well, the corn's going in. But they had no corn. Their health is at 0. Reproduction's at 0. Production rate, well, they really don't have a production that they're really doing other than, well, reproducing. So we're going to give them the corn. They should be good for a while now. I just brought over some of their manure. I shouldn't say some. All the manure that they had over to the BGA because, well, the money is getting lower and lower. I just filled up the fertilizer spreader. And, well, one of the Franks is fertilizing field number 47-ish. And then we got to move on to field number 45. So, yeah, we're doing some fertilizing contracts that popped up. So that'll help us with the money. And, of course, the manure over to the BGA will bring in some money as well. And then I think we're all set to march on into April. March on, because it's March. Yeah, we're going to go into the month of April. So we can go ahead and plant some corn. And then, of course, we got our grass fields should be ready. Especially this one right here. When we cut that grass, then we'll convert it over to sorghum. And then this upcoming fall, we'll have a whole bunch of sorghum grain that we can bring on down to the grain mill to be processed into flour. Apparently, we are done work up there, which is good. Let me turn the Fendt off for now. The cows should be good. We just got them in this in-game month, so that's why their health is low. It'll slowly go on up. Let's see, we got 182,000 liters of food, and they're going to use 13,000 a day. We are fine there. The sheep, how are the sheep and goats doing? Overall, they are looking pretty darn good. All right, yeah, the Valtra and our worker up here. Did you finish that job? I did not see it come up saying that you were done, but I've been busy doing some other things. That we'll collect on that. 17,000 and 10,000 for the other field. So let's go and do that ourselves. Shouldn't take me too long to do it. I am kind of curious because this is the first time I've been into spring with the updated version of American Falls that does the premium edition. And I'm trying to see, or I want to see, if any farmers are going to plant any of the vegetable crops. Kind of curious if they will. I'm not really sure how the game determines on the NPC fields what crop they're going to plant, because, I mean, they could be putting in a fall crop, or they let the field go dormant until springtime, and when spring, I don't know how it decides which crop is going to go on in there. Not really sure how it's determined. So I'm hoping in 2 passes we will have this field done, and we'll collect another 10 grand. And we're slowly working our way to $200,000 because our next step, or major purchase, I should say, is going to be buying a new production building where the greenhouses are. We'll get rid of the greenhouses because the production building is going to do a whole lot more than what those greenhouses will do. I have not had a chance to test on my other map, the American Falls map that I have, to see if I can fit both production buildings on the lot of land where the greenhouses are. I'm actually recording this episode a little bit earlier than I wanted to, only because there is a winter storm approaching where I am going to be, and there could be some power outages, and with satellite internet, wet, heavy snow can sometimes cause problems with satellites. So I got to record this earlier and try to get it uploaded before the storm hits, just in case the storm is a problem around here. I don't want to leave you guys without an episode to watch today. So I'm recording a little bit early so I didn't get some things done. Like always, you can't always get... I don't think I'm ever fully prepared when I record an episode. It's like, am I all set? Sure, hit record. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Oh yeah, we can't do this yet because I haven't done that. All right, well, this is what we're doing today. Yeah, so we'll get 10 grand from fertilizing this field. And then zip on through until April, where I do need a windrower and tedder, and I think the windrower will be leasing for making some hay in the cow field. I guess we'll call that the cow field now, because that's kind of tied into the cow farm. And the other grass field, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick that up and bring that all over to the BGA to be compacted, covered, and fertilized into silage so we can stick that. Should be about 420,000 liters of silage into the BGA. And of course, bring in the cash. That alone may get us up to the 200,000 that we need for the production building. And once we have that money, I will put that down as soon as possible so we can start making that product, which I kind of really haven't fully said what it is yet. But yeah, it should bring us in a decent amount of cash, I think. So little by little, I'm dwindling down on how many contracts I do. Harvesting contracts, I pretty much don't look at that much anymore. Cultivating contracts, I'm really not looking at those anymore because I don't have the equipment to do so. Fertilizing and plowing contracts are just about all I do. And when I say all I do, I mean all that the Franks do. I don't really, well, I'm doing this one here with you guys because I figured we haven't done one in a while. It's not going to take me too long to do it. Yeah, so the fertilizing and plowing contracts, I leave up to the Frank family to go ahead and take care of it. And they usually use the Voltra and the Landini, while I use the Fendt for, like, planting corn, which we got to get to next month. So we got at least a planter. That's why I got to get these fertilizing contracts done, because I need at least a planter, maybe the windrower, well, not maybe, but the windrower, and all depends on the money and what comes up for sale. I may buy the tedder. We'll have to see what our money situation looks like in the morning time. Alright, I was kind of hoping the working width was wide enough to get the whole field done going around once, but that's not quite the case. Alright, let's go ahead and narrow the working width here. Can I get by with that? Yeah, I can kind of get by with that. We don't have to cover the entire field, as we know. About 95% of the field, really, to complete 100% of the job, I think is what it is. So as long as we get most of it, we are good. Farmers around here are pretty happy if you just get 95% of the field covered. So we'll be over $30,000 here shortly. And that's not a bad way to end the month. I also got to remember that even if I come up short for the production building over by the greenhouses, I'm going to get $30,000 for selling the greenhouses. And we'll keep those until the last minute, of course, because they are selling the product out of it and bringing us in some cash. And in the beginning, because we had a $300,000 loan that we took out maybe after about 12 episodes, the greenhouses pretty much were offsetting the loan interest at midnight. And now that we've paid off about $60,000 of that $300,000, bringing it down to, do some math, $240,000 worth of a loan, the greenhouses may actually be profiting us as we go through the night. Of course, it all depends on the price of the crop at that time, because it does change from month to month. I'm just, because I saw it on the Mod Hub, I was looking to the Mod Hub for some other things, and I came across, which I completely forgot about, has anyone been using the, I think it's called like the Global Market, which pretty much you can not really sure. I kind of read how it worked, and I remember when the mod came out, I thought that's kind of interesting. Basically, it kind of goes by everyone's silo that plays Farming Simulator that's tied to the web in some sorts. I was trying to figure out. So it all depends on everyone that's playing. It goes by the number of crops in people's silos. And of course, people, if we have a lot of crop, the price sucks. And if we have the least amount of crop, the price is pretty good. If anyone knows what I'm talking about and does use the mod, does it work rather well? Is it more beneficial to us than just selling to our local markets here? I do believe it's called Global Market. I could be wrong on that, but if I'm wrong, someone please correct me down below. And if you are using it, let me and everyone else know, how does it function well? I mean, I don't want to be keep seeing prices that are lower than what I see here. All right, so the Valtra can be put away. So we got 2 fields that are not planted currently, which will be corn. So I was looking at this just before I started recording just to refresh my memory. We got field number 36 and 38. We're going to put corn in both. And then, of course, we got ourselves wheat in field number 28. I hope I got this right. Oats in 37. Canola in 40, because I goofed up that last time. 29 and 32 have grass in it. And this field here, which is field number 43, which has grass, will be converted over to sorghum once the harvest is done. In the store page, well, the Claas Lexion is a nice combine, but we got a nice combine ourselves. Nothing else here too much important to me, so we're going to leave it all be. Oh, I didn't really check on the slurry over here. What do you guys got for slurry? 23,000. So that's not... It's not full, but it'll be there next month. That's the wrong page. That's the correct page. Slurry. Yeah, they're about half full. I didn't lose any pigs, did I? We should be at a full pen. We are. Because their health is at 0. I don't know how long it's been at 0, but they've been out without... I just figured if they got... if they got grain in there, which is 25% of the feed, I did not expect their health to go all the way down to 0. Oh, no. Okay. That's fine. Let's see here. I think we're all set. Contracts, anything else popping up that's good? No. All right, let's fast forward some time. And hopefully tomorrow our cows will be at 100% because we've only had them like 4 or 5 hours now in game time. And then the pigs should recover as well. So we'll come over here to our beautiful house, which at some point we will get one. I mean, technically, I think that house up there is on our property. So we could say that is our house. Our house is a very, very, very fine house. Yeah, that house is technically on our property, so we can say I'm living there. But there is no sleep trigger up there as far as I know, so we got to use the tent. Great demand to aggro grain. Well, yeah, don't really care too much. Well, things are disappearing from the store, but nothing new is popping up. And contracts, I'll have another quick look. Nope, we're all set. All right, we'll sleep until 6 so I can check on contracts. Because we are doing one day equals a month. And contracts will come and go rather quickly during that one day. So I want to wake up rather early. 42,000 in the bank account. Fertilizing field number 47. Well, we just did that, but I'll do it again if you like. And let's see here. Nothing else currently. The store. Well, I wouldn't mind another tractor on the farm, but that's going to have to wait until after we get a production building. And, of course, we got ourselves a soil sampler. All right, let's make the sun rise here. Because I want to get to planting some corn, and I can't get the planter out the store until they open at 8. I mean, I could go in and lease it now, but I can't get into the gate until past 8 o'clock in the morning. So we'll fast forward some time here. 8 o'clock is good. All right, leave that times 1. Check the store again. Nothing there. But let's come into here and get the planter while I'm here checking on things. Seeders, planters. We need the direct drill. So we can either go with a Horsch or the case. Now the Horsch is a 12 meter wide. at 208,000. Now, I'm just looking at the base price to figure how much leasing fees would be. So a 12 meter for that, and that 12 meter is more expensive. This is a 9 meter. All right, so it's either going to be this case here or this horse here. All right, so let me go see if I were to... Wait, this is a direct drill, right? Oh, the horse is not a direct drill. We don't want to use that. Not with precision farming. So, yeah. The fields are not that big. All right, so if I were to lease that, that's 7,600. And if I were to lease this, it's another 4,000. But get the job done a lot quicker. I don't think I'm going to save myself. I'm not going to go over an hour either way, I don't think. But, yeah. But the one thing I need to do is I need to add the fertilizer, bulk field scales, rear attacher. Which one is it? That's the wheels. Wing options, no. Is it bulk? Nope. Supplement buckets. Rear attacher. Liquid fertilizer tank. That is what we need. You know what? Because since I don't really use liquid fertilizer on anything else, I think we'll just plant. Then I'll go back over with our spreader and spread the fertilizer down afterwards. So yeah, we'll leave that at 0. Everything else at 0. Let's go ahead and lease this for 11,851. All right. And while I'm thinking about quickly, let's see. Their health is not going up. I mean, it went up, but I expected it to be up higher than that. So before they were at 100%, maybe this is going to take them a while to get up to 100%. The cows, how are they doing? Their health is at 100%, so congratulations, something went right. We already got 14,000 liters of slurry. It doesn't show the manure here, which is fine. Now, we bought all these cattle at the same time, so why are some reproducing, the other ones aren't? Maybe we're exactly when we bought them, so it may take a second or two. And we got a lot of wool, and wool could be a good time to sell that. Stock market page, wool. Oh, there it is. It should be sold in May. Right now it's 11,151. Well, it's only at that price. I mean, it's 12.19 and the price is going down. I think we'll sell that today, but we'll get to that shortly. So the animals are all good. Let me go ahead and we'll get a worker on field number 47 going. Field number 47 should be in the upper right-hand corner. It is. And the good thing is, that's the last course I set up for course play in this tractor. So they should just take right off. You know what? We're doing okay on money, so let's go ahead and... I got more than enough fertilizer, but I'm going to be doing my own fields later on. So let's go ahead and top that off with fertilizer. Did you guys... They may have planted a vegetable in this field, because that is the ridges that usually you would see with either potatoes or parsnips, red beet, and carrot. Now, I'm kind of interested in that crop, but probably not this year. I mean, we're doing the crop on Hills of Tuscany, but I would not mind getting into that crop a little bit here as well, but I have zero equipment. Absolutely zero equipment to do that crop currently. All right, Franco, get to work. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Son of a... It's on... It's not on the widest working width. Franco. Hang on a second. I knew something did not look right, but that was my fault, like it always is. Alright, you should be fine now. Alright, so I bring up the little mini map. Yeah, I may have to touch it up later on, but I think he'll get most of it done. Of course, it may not be Franco now anymore because I got rid of Franco and hired someone else. We'll have to look and see. Frank Jr. May not always be the same Frank Jr., but he looks like a junior, so it's Frank Jr. All right, the Fendt. Off to the Fendt here. Drop off the trailer. All right, that is our other drill. That's for smaller seed types. But down to the store. Time to grab the planter and start putting in some corn. Well, there's our planter already outside. The store is pretty darn good. You lease something, and before you know it, it is out here. And that's not close enough to line up, or what? There we go. Look at that. They've already got it set it on corn for us. How nice of them. And now some seed, if you please. So I think we will plant the field that we expanded on. We plowed in the runoffs last season, so going to get a little bit more crop off the field, which is always a bonus. Driving down the strip there, whoop, excuse me, the grass field is growing by the cow farm, which is good. I mean, what do we expect? Of course it was going to grow. I love these case planters, by the way. Love how they animate and unfold. This is a mod that we use. And again, all the mods, I say all the mods, I would say 90% of the mods I use are in the mods link description down below. And if you have trouble finding a mod, just leave a comment and I or someone else can help guide you to where you need to be. Alright, we are direct drilling in our corn. We did leave the tree here because you have to. I mean, that's a beautiful tree. You gotta leave it there. So you can see we got lime down in all of our fields last year, so pH value everywhere should be perfect. And then once I get done with this field, that field right there needs to be done with all the weeds growing into it. And we will be taking care of the weeds in May. We got to wait 1 month for all the crops to germinate, and then we'll spray with the herbicide, with the See and Spot weed sprayer, which we have to lease. And this field already looks bigger. We did not expand on the outlines of the field. It was the runoffs on the inside of the field that we plowed in and made into a field. So corn-wise, it'll probably add maybe 10,000 liters, maybe. That might be a little bit too much, but it's hard to say. So we'll get the headland done here rather quickly. I'll probably make 2 headlands. Then I'll start zigzagging across the field. Yeah, I'm glad I went with this wider planter. 3 extra meters is quite a bit. I don't mind planting, but I got a lot of things I would like to do, and I don't want to spend an hour in a field this size here. A planter is something we should get on the farm later on down the road. I'm thinking really though, once we get the production building going, which I'm really hoping, let's see, we're going to cut the grass this month. Next month it'll be silage, so in May we'll start putting it into the BGA. So in June, you know, I'm not going to say we're going to be through the entire amount of silage at the BGA in June. maybe in July, we will have our production building. Trying to get this little corner here, and it's turning out to be more of a hassle than I want it to be. All right, corner is done. And we are off. Oh yeah, I was going to look at the map. Well, we can see Red Bee is planted. I count 5 fields right off the bat. Yeah, there's 5 fields there. Carrots. I don't see any fields flickering on and off. And parsnips. I don't see any parsnips in there either. Are there any alfalfa fields on the map currently? No, there is not. Yeah. We still got a lot of poplar fields. Wow, I count 6 poplar fields. Poplar is popular on this map for some reason. Of course, I think poplar is like sugar cane. You're gonna get 3 harvests out of it. So sugar cane and poplar, when you plant it and you harvest it, it will regrow for 2 more seasons after that. So for 3 years, you'll have that crop growing. Every other crop, well, grass and alfalfa will grow back as well. But all the other major crops you got to plant every year. And what's good, what I'm seeing here is we're not really going through the seed that much, so maybe we'll get both fields done without having to refill. May not get to the other field this episode, but we'll get this one done. And this is where having another big tractor can come in handy, because I would like to leave this tractor down here with a planter and on a worker. But my next job I want to do is I got to go back to the farm, and I got to transport the slurry tanker over to the BGA, because I'm pretty sure the pigs, we have a good amount of slurry. Well, I say we should. If their health is only at 20%, they may only be producing 20% of the slurry that they could be doing. So maybe the slurry isn't as full as I think it will be. But either way, I want that slurry over there in the BGA to be processed. Oh, I didn't check. I saw we had slurry from the cows. I think they're producing milk. Or do we have to wait until they have offspring? Where are the cattle? No, we got 10,000 liters of milk already. See, it all depends on what mod you're running. It can get kind of confusing what mod does what. I remember in FS19, with the Seasons mod, the cows would not produce milk until they had their first offspring. The mod that I used on Hinterland, I think, was the same way. But it looks like the Enhanced Animal mod doesn't require them to have offspring before they start producing milk. Which is fine by me at this point, because milk is money. And I'll probably, at some point, another thing to put on the shopping list is another tanker. The tanker that we currently have, we're pretty much using just for slurry transport now. I can use that for milk as well. But since those tankers are on the cheap side, about 28 grand, probably be a good idea if we had a separate tanker for slurry and one for milk. Just to be a little bit more realistic on that side of things. That way we don't have to rinse out this tanker every time we transport slurry before we gather up the milk. And since the milk that we're getting from the goats appears to be the same type of milk, we can gather all together at once. And that's the other thing on our shopping list, which is the dairy production. So I'm thinking once we have a good amount of milk, like 60,000 liters or so, that might be the time to buy the dairy production. But I'm hoping we'll have the other production up and running before that. At least that's kind of the goal. And if contracts keep coming up for fertilizing, then yeah, we can get to that goal a little bit quicker. Because $200,000 a while ago seemed like a lot of money. And now, since we got the BGA really doing its thing, and we got some other things going on for us as well, $200,000 is not that far off. I don't need binoculars to see that far, basically. Frank Jr. is done, apparently. Did you finish the contract? No, let me turn that off for a second. Did you finish the contract, or am I going to have to go back and touch up? Oh, you did complete it. All right, we'll just collect on that to make the money look better. Ooh. Field 49 for $23,000, accept. Field 48 for $16,000, accept. And field number 39 for $16,000, accept. Accept what, you say? Except we need to get those contracts started. I'm glad I filled up the fertilizer spreader. Let's get the Valtra right over there. It's the field right through the forest here. I mean, I could go down and go around the corner like I normally should. But the woods here are not that dense like myself. So I don't know if there's a river going through here anywhere. Nope. Couldn't remember if there was or wasn't. Yeah, so I don't know how fertilizer actually works in this field when the poplar is as tall as it is. But let's not ask questions. Nope, target position. Yeah, target position will go this way. And, of course, the standard one headland, no overlap, generate course. Turn off the engine? No, turn on the engine. Turn on the spreader. And somehow fertilizer is being spread everywhere. Can't see who's driving well the poplar in there. It's another Frank Jr. Another Frank Jr. is taking over. All right, let me get back to putting this corn in. And the only reason why I turned off this tractor is because we're leasing the planter. I'm not 100% sure how the meter runs on the equipment. I'm thinking with a planter, drill, or something like that. I'm thinking the hour meter only runs if the planter is on. Other equipment like a trailer, since you don't quote-unquote turn on the trailer, I think the hour meter is run off by the runtime of the tractor. I don't, that's the way I assume it goes. I don't actually have anything to back me up on that, but that's what I'm going with. Alright, so it's not going to take me too many passes to get this cornfield done. But like always, what makes it go faster? Well, just a little bit of a time lapse. Like I'm going to finish this field and still have over 60% seed, which should be enough to get the other field done, but if not, it's seed. I'll fill it up, plant, and then I can always unload the seed afterwards because I'll use it somewhere. No big deal there. But if I don't have to run back to the store to get more seed or to the farm, that'd be great. All right. And Frank Jr. is, well, almost done-ish with field number 49. Now, the thing is, I kind of need the Voltra. I do want to sell that wool today because the price is pretty good, but I need the Voltra because that's got the... Well, you know what? Technically, I don't. I could bring the Fendt over there with the low loader because that is an auto-loading trailer, and we can just sell the wool that way. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I think before, because we didn't have that much wool, I was using the Voltra and the pallet forks on the front loader to go ahead and transport, but I think we got enough wool over there to make it worth our while to bring the low loader over. All right, I'm going to leave this planter right here for now, detach from that. All right, let's head back to the farm. I was going to say grab the slurry, but maybe I should check to see how much slurry they have. I mean, it's enough to bring over, because if I go another month, it might be full through the night, and then you know, the pigs won't be able to produce any more slurry once the tank is full. I could put a slurry extension over here. Not really sure how much those are going to cost me. I say those. I just need one, honestly. Because they do fill up when they're healthy, like every 2 days or so. But boy, it's looking pretty good. We got manure being processed still, I think. We're going to have slurry being processed here in a minute. We got the contracts getting done. We are going to have my dolly. Okay, I thought it was on the low loader, the low boy, but it's actually on the tanker apparently. Yeah, with the contracts and everything else getting done, the money is going to skyrocket a lot quicker than I thought, which is great. I'm just eyeing up that production building because I think it's going to make us a good amount of money. I said I think. I don't know. Let's go ahead and open up the tanker. Now that should refill. Because currently I didn't really see what... I mean, we got like 20, 30, 40, 52... $55,000 worth of contracts that we are currently doing, minus the fertilizer. So I'll probably get like $40,000 out of it. It's pretty darn good. All right, let's close up the covers and we'll get the slurry over to the BGA to be processed. Then we'll come back here, drop off the tanker, go over and get the wool, and we'll go sell that. Did not see how much we're going to get for it. When I was on the stock market page, I just saw that the price was good. All right, beacon's on. Well, it looks like Frank Jr., the other Frank Jr., has finished fertilizing field number 49. So we will collect on that in just a moment and then get them working somewhere else. They got 2 more fields to go. But before we do, I need to turn in here. And we're going to grab all of the wool. Watch out for the neighbor's fences. And want to grab all of them. Are they going to be all in range? Of course not. Oh, we're getting them one by one. Yeah, I'm taking your wool. Alright, we're going to help these pallets out over here, I guess. And grab that one as well. I thought about it afterwards when I was going past the cow farm. I should have grabbed their slurry as well. I mean, did they have a lot of it? 14,000. I mean, that is something. Well, I'll try to remember to get it next time. I think I'm taking this to the spinnery, the wool that is. Wool spinnery. Well, I know right where that is. Yep, the price is... It says it's going down, even though the best price should be in May. But, you know, that was last year. And this is this year. And once again, I forgot to look to see how much I'm supposed to get. Whatever you saw I was supposed to get, just remember, that does not include our environmental score bonus. So, we just need to go on down through here. Go back down the main street. Well, I don't know which one the main street is, but back towards the farm and the spinnery is going to be on the right-hand side. So we're just shy of 40,000. So by the time I collect on that contract and sell this, maybe $70,000, $80,000 we'll be sitting at. Might be a little hard for me to get into the trigger point for the spinnery with this setup here. So I'm probably not going to be able to sell it all at once. Okay, kind of awkward to get in here, but maybe I'll get it all. If I don't crash through their front door. Trigger should be... Is it there? It is. I'm just not there. Let me just double check this is... I mean, this should be the spinnery. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but just want to make sure it is. Yeah, can't quite get it all into the trigger. Oop, let's go ahead and unstrap it. As I block the road here. And we'll just yoink. Push. Alright, so that's about 12 grand worth of wool. Sheep are starting to pay for themselves a little bit. Alright, so that got us up to 50,000. And I think that contract that we did finish is 22,000 something. So, yeah, 70,000 in the bank. But we are going to spend some of that this in-game month. I got to buy... I think I'll buy the tedder, like I said, and then wait on the windrower. Unless the sale page has changed since we looked at it, what was that, 6 a.m. when we woke up? Alright, get on in here. Now, I probably will between episodes, because this big grass field right here will take a while. I'll probably cut this grass field here. And I may even grab the TARDIS, our forge wagon, and pick it up and bring it over to the BGA. Because we did it once already, kind of. And you saw it was 420,000 liters last time. It should be pretty much the same that we got. And then, yeah, next episode we'll be making some hay here. Are you okay in there? Well, that's me now in there. But, geez, popular. Gotta love it. Let's go ahead and collect on that contract. Should be completed. Perfect. Collect. 48 and 39. Well, I know where 39 is. 48. Is that the big one right here? It is. It is that one right there. So I'm going to fight my way through the poplar here. Bigger than the tractor. And, yeah, we'll get those contracts done. So that'll be another, well, I didn't do the math on just the two of them, but that'll be like another 32,000. But I'm probably going to top off with fertilizer when we go to the farm here. Because while I finish up field number 39, which is right down by our cornfields, I got to fertilize those. So let's go ahead and top this off, shall we? Over the bridge. I do still have some eggs over here. Those should be sold in November. I'll probably get maybe a couple grand for them, not a whole lot. I may never get to them either, so all depends. Alright, so 10,000 for more fertilizer, but you know what? We got those 2 contracts done in the upper fields, which paid us like 30 some odd thousand dollars over that. And we only used $10,000 worth of fertilizer, so not too bad. And zip on over here. Yep, we got to take care of the weeds in our fields, but like I said, that's going to be next month. Because we'll have to spray in the cornfields. And I'll get a worker started on the first of 2 fields to get done, which is right here. But they can be doing that while I'm cutting the grass. Let's just have a quick check here in the store. Nothing new has come up. So, yeah, tedders and windrowers. Tedders are cheaper. That is a 17 meter wide. Do I need 17 or 9? I mean, if you look at the price difference, I mean, it is double the working width, but more than twice the price. That's 8.2. That's 9. That's 8.7. That's 9. And that's 9. So it looks like for 9 meters, we're paying roughly $16,000, which is probably what we're going to get. I don't remember. I think I've used the Kubota one. I think I've used the Sammy's one. I may have leased that a couple times. The Krone one, I don't think I have used, but it is almost a meter shorter and it's more expensive. So let's go ahead and we'll buy this right now, and we can get to using it next episode. No options on anything there, but okay, we have that. So the money goes down a little bit. Then we'll lease the windrower so we can make some hay bales, because we need hay for the cows, mostly the cows, and the sheep and the goats as well. But overall, not too bad. We now sit at 46,000, but the money is slowly coming in. We're about a quarter of the way there to getting our production building, which we should have by July, I would think. The way it's going, especially when we get that grass cut over by the farm and get that in compacted, fermented, and start being produced into methane and electricity. But that is where we're going to end up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one.